Today I'm doing this video to help people with the Sentry Safe that are having problems opening it. I had problems earlier opening mine. Um, this handle wasn't, it was turning, but it wasn't opening up the safe. And luckily I was able to figure it out and open it, or just after nudging it several times, it finally opened, right? And trying to code over and over, and it finally opened up for me. So I was able to open it up. I got to the point where I was just like, man, I gotta open this safe. My wife she had asked me to open it the week before and take out her passport because she needed it for today. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll get to it. And I never got to it until like an hour before she was leaving. She wanted to go to Mexico and she needed her passport. So I said, yeah, babe, I'll get it. You take a shower and I'll open the safe and I'll get your passport out. And keep in mind, this safe is brand new. I've only opened it just about once or twice, and never had any issues with it or anything. So, all right, I'll put it in the code and trying to open it, and just wouldn't open. I set it up and had a hard time trying to with the handle, and I turned this, but it would never pop it open, and it was just like, okay, what the hell's going on? So got so pissed off. I got a screwdriver, and I manually started like just prying it open, and well, that wasn't gonna work anyways. I don't know. I just made a mess of things here, really, just taking off this hard plastic part. But it wasn't gonna open the safe, so I knew I just had to, keep trying, put in the code again, and hope that it opens, right? Hope and pray that it opens. So, anyways, I got it open, and I said, okay, now I'm scared to close it and lock it back up because, I might not have the same luck as getting it open as I did the first time. So, of course, and me being me and always trying to figure it out and fix things, I went ahead and just popped this open. So, okay, so that's like that, and just you take your screwdriver and you have these 3 slots. Just pry them open, they'll pop open. Leads you to this. So here you can see where it's clear to open, and the issue that was happening was I found out that these 3 combinations, or these 3 waffles here, weren't aligned, so it wasn't allowing this to go up to open, so it wasn't pulling this back. So anyways, I figured that the problem was that this is the first code, this is the second code, and this is the third code. So my second and third code, they were working properly, but the first code that was placing wasn't. Let me explain to you. So this line and these arrows need to align with this line right there. So right there, they're all aligned. So that right there allows you to open and close. It allows the shift. So when I was putting in the code, it was leaving. I noticed that it wasn't aligning, and this was like a little bit far to the left, which was about just 11 o'clock, let's just say. So let me show you. So they say you're supposed to turn it 3 times, right? So they say it for a good reason. So you'll see once they get 3 turns, it's the first turn, which is the last waffle, 1. Then there goes the second waffle, 2. There goes the third one, right? So here we go. That's 3 turns. So now let me find my first code. And there, right there, Okay, sorry for the camera. I kind of got out of place. Well, there I put my first code. So my first code, you see where this lines up? That's not right. That shouldn't go there. It should go on the line. So the second code, so you go all around. You pass the first code. Then when you pass you pass it around, it tells you to go all around the second code. So when you get to it again, then you see, I'm on the second code. Sorry for the camera. I'm on the second code, and that one is aligned. Second waffle is aligned with the line. Perfect. The way it should be. So now I'm gonna go back now. So I went right, left. Now I'm gonna go right, and I should go to the last code where this one is gonna align with the line. So at that point, all three should have aligned perfectly, so that that gap can open. So what's happening? It wasn't aligning. So this is where you get, you're stuck. You're stuck. You're stuck. You're stuck. And with that, it ain't gonna go nowhere. And you can push down hard. And, like with me, I was like pushing it hard, and it's turning, and I don't know why it's turning. It should, it shouldn't. It's going up and down. It should open, but it's not. It's not gonna open because it's hitting. You'll turn. The handle will turn because it's just gonna skip here. It's gonna skip on this wheel. But that, no matter how hard you put the handle, this is what's gonna block it. So the solution for this, guys, is just pretty basically, if you're one of those lucky ones that you're having problems the first time, but you got it open, but you're scared to put it back, you're scared to close it, and and in fear that it's not gonna open again. Well, this is the solution. When you put your first one, you're gonna. Well, let me show you. All right, so let's do the 3 turns. Okay, we're gonna get it. Pretty much, it's gonna be a new pass. The first one's gonna have to be a new code. So let's do the 3 turns. Do the first turn, second, third. Okay, so on this third turn, we're gonna go until that little triangle, that little arrow, is aligned with the line there. So that right there is gonna give you your first new code. Since the first one was messing up, it's gonna give you a new code. So write that down. So now the second and third waffle, they're working just fine. So all you have to do is put in those digits, go all around again, just like instructed in the instructions. You find your second code, and you see it aligns. So then you put in your last code, which is right there, and you can see easy. Now a little open. You got, so that's your solution. That's your, it's just, it wasn't that the first code was wrong. I don't know how how it happened, but it just wouldn't, this last waffle in the back just wasn't working with us. So now it just really has a new code, and that's how it's gonna. I can close it without fearing that, without having to be scared that it's not gonna open again. So for those that, my advice for those that can't, like, have tried it but they're stuck and they haven't been able to open it, I would try the first code again. And let's say if your code was a 25 or something, 26, try 27, try 28, try 29, try 30, and then use the other 2 that are correct, or the other 2 codes, the originals, and see if that works for you. Because it's more than likely, if it's not the first waffle, it could be the second or the third waffle that are just out of line. Hopefully it's the first one, and the other two are working. And just mess with it. It's not broken. More than likely, it's not like, oh, the handle just broke and it just doesn't go in. The only thing is, these waffles are not aligning, and more than likely only one code out of the other two has to be like figured. So yeah, that's my advice to this big issue that I've been seeing on YouTube's, because I YouTubed it, and a bunch of people were posting like, don't buy one, like, just stay away from these, or once it can't open it, then it's, you're never gonna open it. And for me, I was able to figure it out, and 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 figured out what it's gonna take to get it open. So yeah, there you go. That's just a quick little fix on these Sentry Safes and these issues that people have been having with. All right, good luck, guys.